We first initiated this process in the UN, where we put forward a resolution where we asked the General Assembly to request the court to pronounce on Israel's obligations under international law to provide for humanitarian relief to Palestinians. And the backdrop here was the suffering that we're seeing on the Gaza Strip especially, but also on the West Bank, and the humanitarian blockade. And we felt that that was not only unconscionable, but it was also deeply illegal. So we wanted to have that clarified by the court, and we felt that an advisory opinion by the ICJ in that, to that effect would be very useful. So we again asked the General Assembly to put forward a resolution, or to adopt a resolution rather, and they did, and which was supported by 137 countries, and we are now in The Hague, and we have now provided our viewpoints, and we're very glad, and we'll see what the courts come back with. It's difficult to describe it. It's a living nightmare which is unfolding on the Gaza Strip. You have people living in tents. They have been forced to move not just one or two or three times, but multiple times. There's a lack of medicine, there's a lack of water, food supplies, there's a lack of everything that people need to survive. And in the middle of everything, you have hostilities being conducted. And the number of civilians having been killed or maimed is again unconscionable. So we have to do everything we can to make this stop. And we are operating and we're taking many initiatives. This is one of them, because we think it's important to get the normative issue clarified. So we want the ICJ to pronounce on the legal side of things. But then, of course, also we need to do more than that. So we are one of the biggest donors in terms of giving financial assistance to humanitarian organizations so that they can provide relief. But also we're working with other partners in order to realize the two-state solution. And we're in close contact not only with our European partners, but also our partners in the Middle East. And I think we stand together in working towards a two-state solution where you have a self-standing sovereign Palestinian state and, of course, an Israeli state with safe and recognized borders. So that's what we're trying to bring about, and this is one of many initiatives. But we have stated unequivocally that we will work with other countries in order to try to bring about effective measures. And we're committed to doing that, and we have been applying and we have been guided by international law, which we have applied without any double standards. We have called out all the transgressions that we have seen by Israel in terms of going after civilians, not respecting IHL. So that's important for us, and we have navigated these different issues without, again, any double standards, without any inconsistency. But of course, no state can say that we've done enough, because if we had done enough, then things would have been different. So we're not satisfied, but we are committed. This is a core component of our foreign policy. We will stand by our international legal obligations. We would be open to any measure that could impact Israel to stop the ongoing hostilities against Israel or against the Palestinians. But I think we also need to recognize that in order for us to achieve that, we have to be able to have conversations. And that's why we have been very active in working not only with Qatar and Egypt, but also with other countries who have been active in these negotiations between Hamas and Israel in order to bring about an end to these hostilities. So I don't think that we can resolve this just by turning our backs against Israel. We have to engage them, but we have to engage them on the basis of international law. Well, we are not going to get the results we want to get until Israel decides to end their military campaign. And unfortunately, that's for Israel to decide. We can't force them to stop their military campaign, but we are doing everything we can within our abilities to influence them. And I don't think that any state in Europe, at least, has been clearer than us when it comes to Israel's international legal obligations and also their obligations under international humanitarian law in order to stop the hostilities, to provide aid and relief to the Palestinians, and to engage in negotiations toward a two-state solution. So I think that's everything that we can do, and we are doing that. We're committed to keep doing this, and we'll stand by our obligations and our political commitment to the two-state solution for as long as it takes. But I fully grant your point that thus far we haven't achieved what we want to achieve, but we will continue to stand by our commitment, also our political commitment to the two-state solution. Thank you.